Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about climate, weather, and vegetation in South Africa. This is a very important topic because it is a common misconception that these three topics are the same thing, which they are in fact not. So, first thing we're looking at is what is weather? Weather is the everyday condition of the air, and it can change quickly, as we've seen before. Weather includes rainy, sunny, windy, cloudy, hot days, cold days, and there you can see my information is clearly supported. Now, what is a climate? A climate is the average weather of a place over a long time. Climate is usually measured over a time span of about 30 plus years. We can find different types of climate around the world, such as a Mediterranean climate, a hot climate, a dry climate, and other types of climate depending on the weather and the rain and the climate and the temperatures that you find. Right, what is vegetation? Vegetation means the plant life in the area. This can include grass, shrubs, trees, succulents. It is important to note that vegetation is the types of plants that grow there instead of the amount of plants that grow there. All three of these topics that I've named now are connected. They're connected by climate controls which plants can grow, which vegetation can grow. Weather affects the plant growth every day with temperature and rain, and droughts, which also determines what type of plants. Is it a heavy water plant? Is it a drought resistant plant? And etc. Vegetation adapts to survive in the climate, which is also determined by the weather. These factors affect each other, but are independent. Just as they are independent, they cannot function without each other. We get a couple of different South African biomes. South Africa has different regions with different climates, weather, and vegetation, which are called biomes. Each biome has its own climate, weather, and vegetation unique to its environment. Our first one is the fynbos, as you can see over here on this visual on the right. They are the types of plants we find in the fynbos region, and as you can see, it's nice, big, open, with some plants in the background, mountainous areas, so it gets you the idea of the type of vegetation that can grow there. So, Sambi explains that fynbos biome has a Mediterranean climate, which means it has wet winters and dry summers. The weather patterns show winter rain, summer droughts, and hot, dry winds. The vegetation includes proteas, our national flower, restios, and ericas, which are plants adapted for high temperatures. The plants often survive during dry summers and often start growing after bushfires. Our next one is in Limpopo, where we can find the savanna biome. The savanna climate is hot and has wet summers with dry winters. The weather pattern shows thunderstorms, lightning, and some droughts. Its vegetation includes tall grasses, acacia trees, and baobab trees, as you can see here. These long, tall, fat baobab trees. The rain supports grass growth, and the trees are adapted to survive in dry months. Our next one is the Karoo, which can be found in the Northern Cape. This climate is a semi-desert and has low rainfall. The weather patterns show hot days and cold nights with long periods of droughts. The vegetation includes succulents and hardy shrubs, as you can see here on the sides. These plants store water and have thick leaves to survive the hot temperatures and droughts. Next is the grassland, which we can find in Free State and in some parts of Gauteng. The grassland climate has a summer rainfall and has cold, dry winters. The weather pattern shows thunderstorms and frost in winter. So these thunderstorms would normally happen in summer, and because of the cold temperatures in winter, it would cause frost. The vegetation includes mostly grasses and very few trees. As you can see in this picture, it's mostly grass with one or two trees sticking out. The frost and occasional bushfires limit tree growth, which is favorable to grass. So grass prefers to grow there other than trees. Next is our desert region, which can be found in Northern Cape or, like some of our lecturers come from, the Namakwaland. The climate of the desert biome is very dry with minimal rainfall and intense high and low temperatures. The weather patterns show that this biome experiences hot days and freezing nights. This is what I said about the intense temperatures. It is extremely hot during the day and freezing cold during the night. The vegetation includes sparse shrubs and succulents. As you can see here, far in the background, you can see a few plants that have adapted to the environment that can grow there. In this biome, only drought-resistant plants can survive, such as these. Now, what have we learned? We've learned that weather is our daily conditions, climate is our long-term weather patterns, vegetation is the plants, the type of plants that grow in an area, and weather, climate, and vegetation are unique and have a relationship with one another. I hope this was very educational, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.